How's it going? Welcome to Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Happy Thursday, everybody. Got a super show planned for you guys tonight. Tonight we'll be giving out instructions on how to achieve all your goals in 2020 and everything. So I'm super excited about our show and everything. Well, ask you guys, we've had a couple of weeks we haven't had any music going on. It's been new music. Kind of had me thinking about damn Reading Rainbow. That just took me about the 80s for a second, like, damn. It felt like I ride my bicycle down the street and everything, waving in the neighborhood or something.
I wasn't expecting you to say that.
Y'all check out Fiverr.com. That's a free plug for them.
Right.
And everything. So, it's on.
Yeah, it's good. You gotta
I'm good.
Get it up to you a little bit.
Okay, cool. There you go. All right, now put my big boy voice on, number 5'6" voice. But yeah, man, we got the new music going on and everything. So I'm super excited about everything and stuff. Tonight, like I said, tonight's show we'll be talking about what you need to do, how to reach all your goals in 2020. So I got my blueprint that I give out each year. Because, a lot of times people have set these goals that, for each year and a New Year's resolution to move forward and stuff. And they get so far in the year and they get kind of off track with everything. They can't make it happen and boom, they quit. So we're going to give you guys a solid blueprint on how to make things happen for you in 2020. First one, say what's up to my super producer, DJ Lab.
What's going on, brother?
Now, what's happening with you?
We got to speed that up a little bit. We'll speed that up just a little bit.
Speed it up.
The
Okay,
intro
cool.
A little bit.
Okay, cool. I'm going to talk to the guy and everything.
Change that BPM a little bit.
Change the BPM a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I should have shot it to you before I confirmed the final one and everything. I should have shot it to you and everything, but it ain't nothing for me to get it back to him and get it revised and everything. But I appreciate that.
All right.
And everything. And I also say what's up to my other producer, Slick 316, and everything.
What's going on? How Johnny doing?
Johnny doing fine. Johnny called today.
Oh, okay.
Check on everything. I told me and her gonna meet up on Monday and everything. I've been in go mode, so I ain't had a chance really to talk to nobody. But I called her earlier today. And everything. But Johnny, she doing good. Appreciate you asking and everything. But your boy been super busy and everything. And, as always, we rehashed the previous week where we're 1 week away from Christmas. Just want to warn all you guys right now, if you haven't ordered your lady or ladies, you haven't ordered your guy their Christmas present, you probably messed up. So, you probably going to get it in time for Christmas, just to be honest with you. Nah, ain't going to come. Hell no.
They say they got a bag up so bad. They said if you ain't ordered it by now, you probably won't get it to New Year.
No. and all stuff aside, if they do say guaranteed deliver December 24th, if they don't get it to you, what you gonna give it back? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Poor fellas.
Yeah, we gotta do better.
Yeah, you gotta do better. You know what I'm saying? You gonna see everybody out there.
But some of us gotta wait till we get paid. I mean. Some of us gotta wait to payday.
Explain that to your woman you want to.
She know. If she my real woman, she know. She already been to check account. She know what's up.
She might not get from her man, but she gonna get something from her other man. There you go. Her criminal boo gonna fall in. Yeah. See how that changed his life. Shit. Go ahead and pay that shit you want to.
Christmas boo ain't got to deal with the bills and stuff. Christmas boo can forgo his bills because he ain't got her looking over the shoulders checking the bills. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Boy. Damn. Order your gifts early, y'all. Shit. That's the moral of the story. Next, we're getting ready for tax season and everything. We got right around the corner. I'm also the owner of Majestic Business Services, one-stop shop for small businesses. We, I think we won't be starting. IRS is not going to take transmission till the 26th or 28th of January. So you actually go to places, but as of right now, we have those cash advance loans. So as of January 2nd, if you have your W-2s, I can give you up to $6,000. That's right, up to $6,000 that I can pre-fund you before the transmission went through. So make sure, give us a call, at Majestic Business Services, 678-479-4007. If you didn't get the information, you missed anything, don't worry about it. We have all the links and everything posted on the videos, so you can check that out. But, you go to majesticbiz.com to the website, book an appointment. But keep in mind, like I said, as of January 2nd, we'll be get those cash advance loans to you guys. And we got mobile services, virtual services, any way you want to get your taxes done. Been in business 19 years, so anything you need to get done, we got covered and everything. So I look forward to hearing from you guys on that. Last but not least, tomorrow is my anniversary, my wedding with my wife, Crystal. Super. She ain't shot me yet.
What year is that? What year is that?
18 years.
18
years, been together over 20. And boy, it's been a bowl of cherries and all that then some. And everything. I'm still here, so you know.
Right. Y'all still pulling through, right?
We pulling through and everything. But just like, you know, any man that passed that 15-year mark and everything, he got a look on him. He got a look on him. Kind of like, you know, not like how it was when they, you know, crossed the desert or anything where, you know, Moses took the slaves, but it's just, you got a well look like, okay, yeah, he survived. That 15-year mark, you know what I'm saying?
You get it when I passed the 24-year mark.
24-year mark.
Before I got divorced.
Okay. Well, she said.
That 24th year did it.
You done did it. It did it.
I was tired of struggling.
That'd be crazy as hell. But yeah, so love you, Crystal, and happy early anniversary to you and everything. You know, super excited about that and everything. So got a lot of good stuff going. 2 weeks from now going to be my birthday. Super excited about that. So I got Christmas, New Year's, then my birthday. 3 major holidays all back to back to back.
Holidays, the birthday holiday.
Oh, absolutely. Shit. Me and Elvis share a birthday.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Me and Elvis and everything. For what that's worth. And I found that out when I was young. Yeah, Elvis, your birthday. Wow. Okay, cool. So you know we will have the Cash App and all that kind of stuff living for my birthday. So you ever want to donate to the Happy Short Guy Fund for my birthday and stuff, we're gonna have everything posted. So please, you know, just keep that in mind and stuff like that. But like again, just going across my mind, just think with the holidays and everything, that cash advance thing is going to be very critical because I know a lot of you guys are going to get hit hard for Christmas, and you know traditionally that January rent is going to be late and everything like that. So I think it kind of behooves you to make sure you get that information at www.majesticbiz.com. The spirit kind of went over me like, yeah, you need to bring that up again. You know, yeah. January 2nd, bring those W-2s in. We got you guys squared away. Tonight's show, we're going to be talking about how to reach your goals in 2020, you know, and everything. You remember I like to make this an annual show, but also kind of like at a mid-year point, June and July, kind of rehash to help you do it and stuff. So a lot of times, you know, people set out each year. They want to do certain things, want to achieve certain stuff, make a New Year's resolutions, and for whatever reason, they get off track, they can't make it happen. So, you know, you ask yourself those certain things, you know, what did you do right? What did you do wrong? What did you feel didn't happen and everything? Because I feel like a lot of times people have things they want to do, and they call them goals or things. But if you don't have any kind of plan of action to put it together, it's not really a damn goal. It's just thoughts. There you go. Nothing more. Just a thought. And what I want to, you know, do is pretty much just help everyone with, you know, my blueprint on how to do goal setting to help you going forward and everything, so you don't have to keep starting over or anything like that. Before we go deep into everything, this is Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. We're streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. If you're in the Instagram chat, I'm manning that. Slick316 got the Facebook. Last man at the YouTube and everything, and we got tons of ways to make sure. Got some technical difficulties with the Instagram, to catch you guys and everything. So you know, make sure you go there, look at subscribe to the YouTube channel, look at all the videos, like, share, comments. You know, much as anything you can give as far as, you know, feedback would much appreciated. Also check out Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube. Got a lot of great videos on that where we talk about personal finance, real estate investing, business, and entrepreneurship. So check out Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube also. In addition to Changing Lives, hosted by Deonte Burden. Okay, so with looking at the goal setting piece in terms of what we want to do to achieve our goals in 2020 is first start off with, you know, the basic. we start talking about goals. First thing I always tell people when you think about, creating these goals, setting everything, goals have to have two main things. They got to be incremental and they got to be attainable. What I mean by incremental, they have to be something that you can do over a certain period of time. Realistic, you can do it over a certain period of time. And attainable just means you can just do it. Right. You're not going to grow wings. You're not going to be able to breathe underwater, and everything like that. Yeah. And if you're a straight L student, don't you take your ass to school think we're going to get you a PhD because you heard about a girl on YouTube. No. She lying too, so no. I was a high school dropout, now I'm a PhD. Nah, shit. She got that salad degree, don't she? So, 1999, you can get you one too. There you go. Shit, ain't any ITT, man. But but again, they got to be incremental and attainable. Like I said, something that you can break over a certain period of time and something that you can realistically achieve. Okay? Now, when we start talking about the goal set, we got a two-piece with it being incremental and attainable as far as your goals. What I suggest people to do, kind of like I wouldn't necessarily wait till December. Maybe you can start sometime late November, maybe go into it. Get yourself in a mind space where you say, okay, look, I'm going to really think about what I want to do for the next year, okay? And it may be over a couple of days, a week or whatever, but you're just writing stuff down, stuff you want to do. Remember I said want. So we haven't went back. I gave you the basis of what a goal is. It has to be incremental and attainable, but just follow me right now in terms of we're doing the actual goal creation piece. So you get in that little space, and you give yourself some time, a couple days, week, whatever, and you just write down this list. This is what I want to do. I want to go here. I want to go there. I want to do this. I want to make that. I want to that. You just go through it. Give yourself some time to go through it. You're doing a straight free fall. You're not judging yourself. You're not stopping to think about it. You're not giving nobody's opinion. You're just writing every damn thing off the top of your head for at least about a week. Okay? We get to a point where we got it. Okay, cool. I'm brain exhausted. I done wrote every damn thing down. I got the New King James Version, all the shit I want to do. And where we go from there now, okay, now we're going to break down those key components. Is it incremental and attainable? Can I, these things that I wrote down, can I do this over a certain period of time? And can I even do it at all? Okay. You know what I'm saying? Realistically. And keeping in mind we're doing this for 2019. Some things may go a little bit past it and everything, but we're just kind of looking at the things that we wrote down that we want to do. Excuse me, not that what we are going to do, does it fall in that incremental and attainable? It has to be both. Not either or. It has to be both. So then we start looking at it. Okay, let me start doing my checklist, process elimination. And this may take you a couple days, may take you a few weeks. Do not rush this. That's why it's so critical when we start looking at trying to get our goals and stuff for the following year. We're not trying to do something at the end of the year, the last week of December, because you got enough stuff on your mind with Christmas, your kids, getting ready for the end of semester, if you're going on vacation. That's why I say kind of maybe that end of November after Thanksgiving and something like that, where you ain't got as much stress and stuff. Just giving yourself that time to free fall and think about it and stuff. So like I said, you're going through that process elimination to see, if it's unrealistic and unattainable. And I can't stress that to you enough. So we done chopped that down. So you might have started off with 100 items. Now we done condensed it down, probably down to 20. Okay. And we're sitting there looking like, okay, now we got that in, and we're looking at the goals there. Now, from that point, we want to sit here and look at, these goals are set up right here, and then we're going to look at the implementation. When we go right now these things to make it happen, we want to be as detailed as possible. What do I need to make this goal happen? Do I need money if I want to go to school? Do I need if I want to go on a trip? How much time do I need? What time of year I have to do it? This something I want to do with my children. What are all the things that are going to come into making this goal happen? Okay. And everything, from my availability, other people's opportunities, things you can control, things you can't control, what it takes in going into it. And what we're going to do is, I think, I used this before, and I think this is the easiest. We start looking, let's just say weight loss, and everything. So we start looking at, we're starting right here in the first stage. We're writing down things we want to do, and like I said, we're being as detailed as possible. We're going to step one. We're looking at, I want to lose 20 pounds. So what's the basic stuff we're going to do? Change your diet, work out, make sure that I'm aware of different, my body type. When can I go to the gym? Do I have the money to pay for a trainer? Do I have the money to pay for a gym membership? Can I do anything at all? Right. Do I got to do some stuff on demand, of the videos? What's available to me to make these goals happen, and looking at it. Do I have, the food budget to start buying some of the healthy foods and everything like that? Just realistically, because I got what I want to do. But again, now we're getting the ingredients to make this cake, and we're just putting everything down to make this goal happen. Okay. So that's step one. We're looking at everything that we have to do to make that goal happen. And we want to be as detailed as possible.
Okay.
We want to be as detailed as possible. We're not praying on it. We ain't wishing it. We're going to make it happen. So we want to sit here and just look at everything possible. Because, again, when we start looking at those two things that we spoke on, with them being incrementable and attainable, we got to be realistic with ourselves, what we can and can't do.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. We set out to make goals, and even though you said attainable, some of our goals that we think are attainable are really not attainable. You get what I'm saying? Absolutely. We have to really sit down and say small things. If we want to lose 20 pounds, we need to detail enough to say, well, we need to lose maybe 2 pounds a month or 3 pounds a month. What can I do to lose 2 or 3 pounds? And sometimes it may be, things that you don't necessarily that has to be astronomical. You could just get one meal, do intermittent fasting, and you can lose them pounds. But a lot of times when you say attainable, somebody say, well, I'm going to start a business by the end of the year. It's going to be the best business in the world. Or I'm going to be making $1 million a year by the end of the year. Really?
Yeah.
And they see it as attainable because their idea of their business is so great, they don't see no way it's going to fail.
Yeah, and that's why when we start looking at the actual pieces that take to make a certain goal happen, that's when a lot of stuff kind of maybe take you back to the pre-starting point where we start looking at the creation. Man, can I really do it? But even to bring your point in terms of how it's broke down, we're going to get to that with the further steps. But I want people to kind of look at it in terms like with the weight loss. What will it take you to need to lose it? We'll get. We're going to get to how to fashion it out for yourself, but just be realistic. Okay, if I can do this, if I want to move, am I going to, with me moving, am I going to need another job? Am I going to have, so much money? Am I going to need movers? You're looking at the things that you're going to need to make it happen. Right. Just realistically, can you get those things in place with doing it? You want to sit here and send your kid to a certain college. Okay, do I got the money? Are we going to be able to get funded? Scholarships available, all that kind of stuff. This kid going to do right. This kid going to, fight me on this. And all those kind of things where you say, I want to make sure my child does that. Let's look at the pieces that it takes to make that goal. Do you have those in place? Or will you have those things in place? Because the hardest thing is setting goals on things you cannot control. Or people giving you opportunities to do something. I want to become plant supervisor. That's something that you may be capable of if somebody gonna give you a chance to do it. That can be your goal, but again, there you go. And that's I think that's more wishing than setting a goal. Now you may say the things that, just say if it has for a person to get an opportunity to be a plant supervisor or to be in a certain position where other people can make a decision, you can kind of look at the items that they kind of look at as being the general qualifying points, or just to do that and make sure you achieve those minimum qualifications to do that. That might be your goal, to achieve that, to give you the opportunity to get looked at being a supervisor. But if it's something that you can't control, it's kind of hard to make that a goal. We speak into existence and do all that. Man, that's some bullshit. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. That's why people go postal all the time. Right. I did this. I even pick up your lunch and all. And you know what I'm saying? No. Hell no. Right. Control your controllables. If you cannot control something and it comes down to somebody else making a decision on behalf of you, it's not a goal. It's a wish. Okay? That's what all your kids doing right now, for next week. Wishing. Yeah, that's it. How you gonna be? How you gonna be? Staying up late, waiting for Santa Claus to bring you that damn new position. Okay, the next part is, step 2 is, now we're gonna go to the part where you talking about, now we listen on that timetable. With everything that we wrote, we looked at what we want to do. We've kind of fashioned in getting those ingredients. Now, with getting those particular ingredients, now we're setting up this timetable. We're going to be sitting there looking at how long it's going to take us to do certain things, right? Mm-hmm. Some things may take you a couple of days. Some things may take a couple of weeks. Some may take months. Some may take the whole year. Some may go over. You know what I mean? So now we're looking at what we want to do. We have an idea from step one, what it kind of takes in terms of what we have to bring to the table. Now, step two, what we're looking at is the setting that table up, how long it's going to be. So like the last point we said, the weight loss, if we say we want to lose 50 pounds, right? And if we say we want to lose 50 pounds and we're breaking it down by the months, we're going to just, let me get for easy math, 60 pounds. And we want to break it down by the months, we'll just say we'll lose 5 pounds a month, right? Or 1 point something pounds a week to kind of equate to 5 pounds a month. Okay. Now we've sitting that down. Okay, cool. We've done that. Remember what I said. It's attainable to lose 60 pounds. The incremental part is the 1 point something a week, 5 pounds a month. That's 60 pounds at the end of the year. Okay. You see what I'm saying? Same thing we said when I brought up the, excuse me, the Christmas plan, the Christmas budget, starting in January, where I tell you guys, $600, okay? All thing you got to do is put in for $50 a month, it's $25 a pay period, $50 a month, end of the year you got $600. If you want $1,200, the only thing you got to do is double that up. You made it incrementable and it's an attainable goal. And you can, and it's not as painful, and you sit here and pace yourself with doing it. But you turn around and wait to November trying to get all this Christmas stuff, and now, fellas got to sit here and pull out the 401k. Lady got to call Mr. Charlie. I hate having to call that old man. You. And I told you, Mr. Charlie gonna come to Blue Diamonds, so you ain't gonna get no. You ain't gonna get a free conversation. I got my bottle. That subscription came. Yeah, I'm trying to get you calling Mr. Charlie. So again, we're on that timetable. So listen, remember what I said, you putting everything on that timetable. You're saying, looking at okay, and I can't stress to you enough. Make sure it's a comfortable listing. You don't want, if you feel like something's gonna take you a month, give yourself a month and a half. You know what I'm saying? Because things happen. Give you that kind of leeway. Be honest with yourself, you know what I'm saying, in terms of, do you have the ability and the availability to do some of this stuff? Far too often, like, man, ain't going to take me no time, this, that, and that. Look, give yourself some cushion. Stuff happens. We got something called life. We got jobs, we got kids, we got health, all kind of stuff happens. So don't put yourself on this strict schedule, okay, with doing it. So that was part two, where we went through, taking the information that we got, we had the goals created, taking the things that in terms of what it takes to make it, setting it up on the table. So with the weight loss, we already broke that down in terms of how much weight we want to lose for the year. We already know we got to exercise, eat right, and everything. And if we start applying and doing that as far as the diet we want, our workout schedule, we're looking at losing 5 pounds a month, 1 point something a week, incremental. Okay, we set it on that timetable. We don't have the stress of doing it, of trying to push it out and everything. The third step, before we go to the third step, just again, getting into Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Subscribe to the channel. Check out Mr. Short Doll on YouTube. Great show, great channel that I created beginning of this month, where we talk about personal finance, business, entrepreneurship, and real estate investing. We also stream it live on Instagram and Facebook, so make sure you go to the Facebook page, Change Your Lives. We also got a Mr. Short Dollar Facebook page. Like that also, and everything. Anything you want, I got you covered, right, and everything. So make sure you're interacting with us, guys. I love the feedback. We're growing tremendously, and I can honestly say 2019 been an awesome year because I got a lot of love and support from you guys. I'm not going to sit here and say that everything I heard what I wanted was like a great compliment and stuff I wanted to hear, but I appreciate any kind of feedback, because if you like it or didn't like it, that was something else to go back to the lab, make adjustment and change with. That's and everything. So true. That was pretty awesome with everything. So I appreciate all the support we've got this year. Going into step 3, now we're starting to really crank everything out. Step 3 is kind of like that formulation stage. Well, we sat there and thought about how we want to break everything down. Step 3 is where we're kind of laying it, they grid down. You're plotting everything on a board and writing it down. Can I stress you guys enough? Write shit down, okay? This thinking and hoping and remembering and forget, we don't do that, okay? Again, it's kind of like how we just talked about stuff without a plan is a wish. And, just like things that aren't wrote down, goals that aren't wrote down, they're just thoughts. So we want to sit down and draw this grid. What I suggest people do is write down your yearly goals, separate, you got a list of your monthly goals, and then have a separate calendar where you breaking everything down that you want to do on a daily and weekly basis to make the monthly goals happen. And again, the monthly goals going to go back to the sum total of the yearly goals. I say that again. Make sure you're writing this stuff down. We're getting those grids together. It may seem like a lot, but what? We're trying to do a lot of shit too, right? Okay? We're trying to do a lot. All right? So nothing's going to happen worthwhile just doing simple stuff, okay? So it's going to take a lot of effort from you, but trust me, if you follow this blueprint that I'm giving you guys, it's going to work for you. So step 3, again, we went through the creation. We looked through it, start setting things up and separating on the length of time it takes. Step 3, we're actually mapping everything out. Again, you got your list of your yearly goals that you want to achieve. You got on another side, you have your monthly goals that you want to do each month. And then next you have, those goals you want to achieve that month. And then next you have a calendar, a blank calendar that you change in every month. And if you do those different things on each day, or how you got it separated by each week, the sum total of those should add up to what you want to do on the month. And those things should go back to adding in what you want to do through the end of the year. So we're writing everything down. And when you start doing it, you start thinking about, well, I'm going to work out 3 or 4 days a week. And you got that calendar in front of you. Oh, I forgot that boy got that game that day. I got to take this girl to this study group. Now you know, my husband got to go to the doctor. You already know the days that you can't do stuff, right? How does that affect you in your fashioning of trying to implement your goals? So that's why that calendar is so important. Daily, monthly, yearly. Remember that, daily, monthly, and yearly. We're writing all this stuff down. I can't stress to you enough, and I'm going to keep saying this. Write stuff down, okay? You want to be able to see something in your face. See something in your face because, again, it's a kind of personal check for yourself.
And it feels good when you scratch something off.
And there you go. There you go. And the bad part about it is you got to look at that thing and say, damn, I know I'm supposed to did it. You know you're supposed to did it. And we hide away from stuff we don't want to put it in front of us so we ain't got to be accountable. I forgot. You can't forget shit that's in your face every day. Okay? So make sure you're writing that stuff down on that board. Remember again, yearly, monthly, and daily. That daily is on that calendar. You can go to Win Calendar, Google Calendar. Just print you out a blank calendar for the month. Again, it's Win Calendar or Google Calendar. Print it out. Again, we're looking at what we have to do for the year. Go through and kind of segregate it for the month, and then do this. Implement everything on a weekly basis on that calendar. And again, if you follow that and do the sum total from the calendar through the month, end of the year, trust me, you're going to have super success. The fourth thing is, this is very, very important, because this is where I think a lot of people have the biggest problem, and that's have some form of accountability. Because far too often we'll go through and start on certain things when they get difficult, and because we don't have self-check mechanisms or any kind of checking mechanisms in place, we quit. We quit. Just because you had to work a little later or whatever, that don't mean you don't go to the damn gym. Just because, your money got a little tight, that don't mean you can't make no adjustments. Your availability change, your shift and all that stuff, you couldn't do it. You got to do something different. Remember, guys, this is very important. If you're doing the same shit all the time, you're going to get the same results. You're not going to get changes until you start doing things differently. And a lot of times we do things differently, it's uncomfortable. And most folks don't like to be uncomfortable. True. Me and my son had a good conversation the other day. He was just like, well, Daddy, you think some folks lazy? Why they don't get things to happen? I'm like, no, I really don't think most people are lazy. I think the vast majority of people out here want to work. I think the vast majority of people out here want to work. They want to work. They got good thoughts in their mind. They want to work, take care of their family and everything. But the difference is the vast majority of people don't want to suffer. They don't want to struggle. They don't want to do the things that take to be success that's very uncomfortable. They don't want to sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They don't want to work 20-hour days. Mm-hmm. They don't want to do that. They don't. I think the vast majority want to work 9 to 5. Mm-hmm. But anybody want to work 9 to 9, and damn sure don't want to work 9 to 12. And those are the kind of things that's going to bring success. Mm-hmm. Those are the kind of things that's going to bring drastic changes or drastic positive changes. Exactly. And that doesn't mean everything is going to be forever that way or be sustained that way, but that's just how that is. You just are not going to get the same kind of results doing the same thing. So when I start talking about accountability, what I'm actually saying is start putting mechanisms in place to help you stay on track. And again, let's get a couple accountability ideas. If you got Google alerts or different kind of notifications on your calendar may say, hey, listen, remember, gym this day, meeting that day, this, that, and that. You pop up on your face. Dang, I got to kind of do that. Call your partner. Get you an accountability partner. Hey, bro, look here. On these particular days, I need you to call me, ask me what the hell going on. Mm-hmm. And don't ask me. Kind of say something fly to me. Whatever. Sometimes ladies, you have your homegirls call you. Girl, you always saying you're going to do this. Mm-hmm. Make sure she say something that's going to really bother you. Mm-hmm. And everything. You always quit. Okay. And you need that kind of stuff in there. We're talking about self-checking, those checking mechanisms that you can kind of do back. And, and go to some support groups. You got a lot of the meetup groups and everything you can go to. Some are free, some of them pay like a little nominal fee. And most of them ain't really expensive. Well, everybody got kind of like similar objectives and goals for a year. Right. Weight Watchers is a big one. People go there and everything, but it's accountability. Like, you go there and share your successes. You go there and cry on your failures. But you're in the room with like-minded people that have similar goals and stuff like that. Y'all can kind of do that. So, that step 4 is very, very important from an accountability standpoint because far too often we struggle in silence. And people think you fine and they do care about you, but because you keeping so much shit in, they really don't know what you dealing with on the inside. Right. And you trying to make certain things happen, where things you gotta have happen, then you got things you want to happen. You can't achieve the stuff you want to, not necessarily the ability ain't there, just you got so much going on. Well, maybe a word of encouragement or just some advice can change a whole lot of stuff. So accountability is very, very important. Like I said, if you can go as simple as get an alert set up on your phone, Google, I ain't got no Apple, so I'm sure Apple got the same kind. I can't afford that kind of stuff. Anything, I'm about to speak on some shit I ain't even got, but I'm pretty sure it is. There's an app for every damn thing, so I'm pretty sure there's a lot of stuff you can just sit out there and just look for. Mm-hmm. And if you turn around and as far as checking yourself, those online calendars, online note things, just to let you know, join meetup groups, have your friend or somebody accountability partner where y'all share or keep each other in check. That's super, super important because far too often we get to those certain points, those little forks in the road where things are so tough and just like, man, should I come back to it? And you never come back. Them pants you trying to button up at the beginning of the year, you almost had it. You almost had it back in March. But right now you try to do it, you're going to bust a stitch. Too much food going on. That had me thinking about, when I was in the Army, I had a roommate, Serge. He from Montana. He's one of them tight-ass blue jeans. Right. I came in the room one day. I just heard some grunting. I said, boy, you got a girl in there, son. Right. So I'm ignorant. I'm going to go there and peek. So I look over there. That joker laid on his bed.
Trying to get them jeans.
He lay on his bed trying to button his jeans. A cowboy.
Right.
From Montana. And I just heard him grunting. I said, boy, what's going on? I'm 18, 19 years old. I said, okay, first thing I said, well, hell, I'm going to go peek, see what the hell going on. Right. He laying on his damn bed just, boys, what are you doing? I ain't never know a man was tight. But they were cowboys. They wasn't tight jeans. Right. Well, hell, now they all do it. Right. But I mean, I looked over there. What the hell?
Putting on them tight Wranglers.
He wiggling like hell. Hey, real, exactly. Wiggling like hell, laying on that bed to button his pants up. And we not, you know what? And I'm trying to prevent all you guys from laying on your bed. But I tell you, man, my eyes done seen some shit, man. Right. I ain't got all shit I done damn seen. You see the man over there who was laying on his bed trying to do that. But That was funny. But yeah, we're trying to prevent all that. So again, those accountability partners keep you from going off track. Again, it's Change the Live, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, like, share, subscribe. Check out Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube. Also subscribe to that. Remember, tax season around the corner. We got all the products you need, from the virtual services, the pickup services, the refund advance loans up to $6,000. Been in business 19 years. Any kind of bookkeeping, payroll, consulting piece that you may need for a small business, look us up at Majestic Business Services. That's www.majesticbiz.com. Again, don't worry if you need a book appointment, anything. All links to all my companies, all my social media info, is loaded on the YouTube video. So go to the YouTube videos. When you look in the descriptions, you'll see all my websites, all the social media links. Everything will be on there. So that's why it's so important. Go to the YouTube channel and subscribe. We give you all kind of vehicles to see the videos and stuff like that. But the main hub being the YouTube channel, go through that. And just like even this thing we're talking about tonight, this is going to be a whole course that I'm going to have rolling out in 2020, how to set goals. But you guys are getting it for what? Free. And, again, I ain't Mr. Freesky Whiskey, but right now I'm giving it to you free. So, again, this is a whole course that I'm going to be rolling out to people, a lot more detail, and even some interaction with me, on a one-on-one basis. But you're getting it right now, in terms of how to reach those goals in 2020.
Let me ask you a question about taxes.
Sure.
Can I bring my last pay stub to you and you do my taxes?
Glad you asked that. Absolutely not.
I mean, I'm just saying.
No.
My last pay stub is the last one of the year.
You know what? If somebody take your last pay stub, do your taxes, you come to us and not run. If a person, you know what, and this is real talk. I'm glad you say that, because I don't talk about nobody's business. This is if you come to us or come to anybody else. I've been in business 19 years for a reason. If a person tell you they can give you this for a certain amount of kids, or if a person tell you that they can do it off your last pay stub without having all your information, are you in as fast as hell? Because, and I stress this to the people, the money you getting at that particular time, come, June, July, August, when you get a letter from the IRS and they not in, you know what's going to happen when you call their number. Right. That shit ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. So if you come to us or any other, reputable tax preparator, when people start guaranteeing you certain things and, getting half your information to do your taxes, man, run.
Let me ask you one more question. So I got my taxes, got my last pay stub, and the car dealership told me he could do my taxes and give me a car on the same day. What you think about that?
Well, I'm gonna say this to you. Legally, car dealers and furniture places, they're not supposed to do it. That was a big thing that was people doing about 10 years ago. But that's why that went out. So if a car dealer, loan place, and all that kind of stuff is doing it, they're actually doing something illegal. Okay. Now that don't mean a lot to some folks. They just want their money. Right. I'm just letting you know what they're supposed to. Yeah, they can get their car. and exactly, you get a refund of putting it down on the car. But typically, the place that will let you do that they're doing that kind of process to where you can get a refund and put it down on that car, you ain't doing that buying somebody else's damn word. Okay. That car gonna be smoking come out the damn lot. Drive Time, Jordan. Well, Drive Time, Jordan. What's the other one? The damn, y'all know it. Y'all know it. It's chitty bang. I ain't never had a pause cars and everything. I think they have a little. Them cars. The place I'm talking about, they last like a month. Pause may give you 6 months to a year. You know what I'm saying? But most likely, say you buying somebody else's worry. Brand new paint job with 300,000 miles on it. That was back in the day. You see them damn Jordan riding down Bankhead. You're like, oh shit. He done bought somebody else's headache and everything. 4B profile. Next thing you know, they all on I-285. Find you Drive Time. My best friend worked at Drive Time, and I remember he worked there. He just said professional integrity could not keep him there. And he told me vividly, these not assumptions, this is vividly. The general manager told him, we do not sell cars, we sell opportunities and restoration. That's what he said. I remember that vividly.
Allegedly.
No, hell no. This ain't no damn allegedly. Shit. So we do not sell cars. We sell opportunities at restoration. For restoration. So you typically go there. You've got challenges, and you go there and everything. But my boy said, man, them cars smoking come out a lot. Yeah, they clean them up good and everything.
That's what they do at Paul's Car. All the brothers go, they get them Mercedes and Maseratis. Yeah.
Man, we done got all off these damn. Let's go. Leave that shit.
But it's a part of finance. It's a part of personal finance. It's part of setting your goals and making sure you don't get caught smoking off the lot.
Awesome point. That's why y'all need to make sure y'all checking out Mr. Short Dollar where we talk about these items of personal finance, consumerism, economics, and stuff like that. Well, I have some videos in regards to this, just buying those little cheap cars and everything and how to avoid them and everything like that. It's a good point, Lab. So make sure you go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube and stuff. We got a lot of that information. I appreciate that, brother. Step 5. What we talking about that? Now we went through, we'll rehash everything, but step 5 is super, super, super important. Step 5 is, we went through this. Step 4 with accountability. Step 5 is just a review. At the end of the day, guys, and this is something that I really advise people to do with anything that you do from a financial standpoint, anything that you may be doing, personally with yourself, but especially with these goals, review it. Have checks and where you're looking at it either on a weekly, monthly, quarterly, or yearly basis, where you're going back and looking at what you wrote down, where are you at in your goal list, because like I said, again, you got the goals that you could do in a month, you got them goals that you could do weekly, daily, half a year, whatever. Where did you come at? Where you short at? Okay? Is there some things that you might need to adjust? Is some stuff you need to table off? Is there some stuff you're like, look, man, I thought this is something I could get done in a couple of months. Man, this shit might take me a whole nother year, or I might need to table it off to next year because I'm not going to be able to do this. We want to have those reviews. Got to have those reviews. Preferably every month where you kind of reassessing everything, where you at, until you roll over to the next month. Definitely on the quarter. Super important at the mid-year point, because at the mid-year point, we're doing this shit all over again. Not necessarily writing new goals, but we want to see him be concrete in terms of, have we achieved some of these goals? And the ones we haven't achieved, are we on the right path to make them happen? So that review is very important. That's step 5. Have the review process steady in place. Again, make sure you have this stuff wrote down, being your plan of action, that the review. Okay? Super, super important. I can't stress that to you enough. So listen, let's go back over everything. Again, we're talking about achieving your goals in 2020. I'm giving you the blueprint, the step-by-step plan, that if you take these things seriously, and this is the thing about it. Anybody can tell you something and give you a blueprint or instructions on how to do something. If you do not take the shit serious and you do not take the time to work on it over and over, and if it don't go right the first time, go back and re-listen to this information, we work on you and stuff like that, it doesn't matter. It's still not going to happen. You have to work hard at it, and you have to listen, okay? Again, we're talking about reaching your goals for 2020. I'm giving you my 5 steps. If you take these 5 steps, all your goals be reached, okay? And even when you don't reach your particular goals, you can make some kind of assessment to know, what did I do right? What did I do wrong? What do I need to change, okay? Or what I really need to stay the hell away from, okay? Number 1, what we're looking at, number 1 being that, well, before we get into that, remember the 2 basic things of any goal when we're looking at goal creation are the goals incremental and attainable. Remember, when we start talking about the goal creation, we're going to be looking at getting yourself in a situation where you got some free time, maybe a couple weeks. You just do a free fall brainstorm, write down all the things you want to do, write down all the stuff. And then from that point, you go through that process of elimination. Is it incremental or is it attainable? Incremental being you can do it over a certain amount of time. Attainable meaning if it's even possible, okay? Once you got that information, you got your list of goals. Preferably, you want to make sure no more than 20 that you can do over the year. If you're new to this, I would say keep it at 10 or below, okay? You got that list of goals you want. We're going to go to step 1. Step 1 being look at all the things that you need to achieve that goal, okay? What do you need? Do you need time? Do you need money? Do you need people? Do you need support? What do you need to make those goals happen? And we're just kind of looking at, for each one of those things, what's going to be needed. Is it stuff that you can do on your own, or is it stuff that you're going to need other people to help you with, which I don't recommend. But what does it take regardless to make that goal happen? Step 2, we start looking at what kind of time frame it takes to make each one of those goals happen. Is it something that you can do over a week, month, quarter, half a year? How long is it going to take? Do it have to go past a year? How long will it take you to realistically make that goal happen? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to give yourself some cushion. Don't try to be so strict with stuff, especially if it's a new challenge. There's something you done did before. You know it only takes you a certain amount of time to set a company up. I can do that in like a week or two because you've done it before. That's fine. But if it's a new challenge and whatever, and you're trying to just kind of know that you're going to be dealing with a lot of things you've never done before, or talking to people that you really don't have an experience with, give yourself some cushion time. If it may possibly take you a month, give yourself a month and a half. You know, it's best to have and not need than need and not have. And something that time, we learned that in grad school. Time is something you can't get back. We get money back, we can't get time back. And so we setting everything for 2020. We want to make sure we got enough cushion to make those goals happen. Step 3, this is when we start plotting everything out. Plotting everything out where we're looking at how we're going to make this stuff happen. We're drawing it out on the board. We got our list of all our 2020 goals wrote down. We got, things we're going to do on a monthly basis. And then we got a separate calendar where those things that we're supposed to do on a monthly basis, we're spreading them out to make the summation of the tasks that we've done during the month equal to monthly tasks. And those monthly tasks, if they're done, they'll go back adding to the total what we need to do for the yearly tasks. Remember what I said, guys. If you're not writing down this stuff down, you're just wishing. You have to write this stuff down. You want to have some kind of physical piece of paper what's wrote down. Remember this. People forget, but paper will always remember. And if you always keep that in mind, you'll be okay. And a lot of times people, we're just talking about people don't want to write stuff down because they don't want to have that thing in their face. Because they can come back and say, okay, well, look, man, I forgot. And that can kind of take some of the weight of, or maybe we feel like it's taking responsibility because we forgot. No, you don't need to forget shit. You need to write it down so it's in your face all the time. Even if it's hunting you, it's there. So make sure you're writing it down. Again, we're writing it down. We got our yearly goals that we want to come for 2020. The things we're doing at each particular month to add to the summation. Those things we broke down will add back to the 2020 goals. And then a separate monthly calendar. You can go to Win Calendar or any other mechanism to make that happen. Okay. So make sure you're looking to do that to make those things happen in terms of write it down in regards to writing it down the yearly, the monthly, and also having that separate calendar and wrote down. What's about that, Lab?
One of the issues I have when I write stuff down is, and I write a lot of stuff down, is I guess keeping it in my face. I know you say you use the apps, but like when you do stuff on the calendar, and the hardest thing I have is keeping it in my face to where I'll go back and look at it, but it might be 2 or 3 weeks later, and that one thing I wrote down may have passed. And I find myself putting calendars everywhere because I'm trying to keep on track of this stuff. You get what I'm saying? Trying to keep track of it. Even though I write it down and I may have an app or I may do this, it's still not. The hardest thing I find is keeping it in my face to where I know I have to do it, where I know it's got to be done. You get what I'm saying? Like, keeping it visible.
All right. What's up, Sam? Well, let me ask you a question. By writing it down, you got the calendars everywhere that you got wrote down. Do it work?
Sometimes.
Sometimes better than no time.
Right.
So if it's it may seem like it's easier, and you let me know if I'm answering your question, that okay, or cleaner, that I got it on this this Google Calendar, as opposed to having down these sheets of paper everywhere on these different walls pinned up.
Right.
But the Google Calendar, I don't see it enough to kind of keep it in my face.
Right.
But
I needed to stay sometimes. Sometimes on certain things, I needed to stay in my face.
There you go. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You might not like these papers in your face, but if it worked,
yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Your accountability is your accountability.
Right.
And it makes them, dang, well, man, Poochie can do that kind of stuff. Poochie don't need all that, but you ain't Poochie.
Right.
And I can be like, damn, Lab on top of his stuff, man, I wish I could do that, but I ain't Lab.
Right.
So if that works, just do it. At the end of the day, the end game is the end game. Reach the goal. Right? So, if you go, cut through the shortcut, I go the long way, we still get home, right?
Exactly.
That's all we need to do. That's a good question, Lab. Well, did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Step 4 being have some form of accountability in place. Step 4, that accountability piece, it can be, like we were just talking about the Google alerts, certain things pop up, on your phone you can have set up. Google calendars where you get those messages. You got a person, you got a support group. Like we talk about the meetup groups, join them and stuff like that. Get around like-minded people. They have common goals and stuff like that you're trying to do. You got the same struggle as you and everything like that. So y'all can be some kind of support mechanism to make it happen. Y'all, you got a friend that, y'all just got that agreement. Hey, man, call me every so often and bring up bop, 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 bop. And I'm going to bring up the same thing with you, and we're holding each other accountable that we're going to make things happen. Okay? So that was step 4, having accountability. And step 5 was most important, had those review sessions in place. Right. If you're reviewing everything on a monthly, quarterly, biannually, or on a yearly basis, do that. You got to be able to review it. What are we missing? Why didn't we make that? What do we do wrong? Do I got to commit a little more time? Do I got to readjust it? Keep in mind what we're doing, guys. When you're setting goals, we're making plans, and plans are meant to change. Plans do change. So don't be so stuck on one particular thing. My friend Sam had a good point. She was just saying that, like we said, notifications of the calendars, have them calendars notify you daily. And, there might be something that just, bother you. Yeah. And the same thing, too, just those same notifications. Like, listen, time for your monthly review. Time for your quarterly review. Time for your... And look at it. And very, very important point, make sure either in June or July, the goals you set, you want to pump the brakes for a second or two. Give yourself a couple weeks in June or a couple weeks in July where you set aside to kind of assess where you at as far as reaching your goals. Okay. Some you may have achieved already, some you may halfway through, some of you just like, man, this just ain't going to happen. We need to table it off. But you want at that half-year point kind of stop and assess where you at with everything. Okay? Remember, guys, like I said again, having things that you want to achieve for the year without having any kind of formal plan, you just wishing. You just wishing. You hoping something going to happen, but you ain't got no damn way how it is. Follow the blueprint. Write it down. Go through, like I said, do your brainstorm. Can you do it over incrementally? Is it attainable? Write everything down. Have a systematic way that everything's broken down for you to achieve everything. Have your, those accountability pieces in place. And then, do your reviews. And if you do that, because, again, achieving goals is work. It's like, damn, man, that's a lot of shit you giving me to do, man. All this kind of stuff, man. I graduated high school 20 years ago. But listen, and you still got stuff you want to achieve. Right. And so with that said, you have to do these particular things. You want stuff to happen. And like I said, again, I think if you do the sum of everything I said and follow those instructions, I think you'll be very pleased with yourself at the end of the year and feel proud instead of doing the same stuff over and over and over again. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get right. Now, time for you to get right is right now. Okay? Don't put off something for tomorrow that you can do today. So if you want to achieve them particular goals, like I said again, be prepared to be uncomfortable. Be prepared to do something that's different and just move accordingly. You just do that. I hope the information I gave you guys was beneficial to everyone and stuff like that. I'm very, very passionate about this. Again, this is a course that I'm going to have available next year. So again, this is free information, you guys. So, and again, we're going to be doing and with the course, we're going to be doing pretty much more of a coaching format. So it'll be one-on-one. We'll be in accountability partners with people and stuff like that. So you're getting this stuff free right now. It's not going to be like that next time. So, no. But we got over 100 some damn videos for free. So trust me, everything can't be. But I hope the information was very beneficial to you guys. I appreciate our support. Again, this is Change the Live, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Again, we're going to rehash everything. You remember tax season around the corner. Make sure go to Majestic Business Services. You can Google it. Visit on the web at www.majesticbiz.com. Number 678-479-4007. Go to Change the Live, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. We're on YouTube. If you Google, you Google Deonte Burden, you'll get every damn thing popping up. You're going to see DeonteBurden.com, the Majestic, my LinkedIn, all that kind of stuff. So you can't booger that up. Same thing with the Facebook pages, the Mr. Short Dollar. All that information is there. Most importantly, go to the YouTube page, go into the description. All my social media and information links are set up on there, okay? Again, you got to now if you want to get it tonight, you got to give it a couple hours. But definitely going forward, everything will be posted on there and stuff. And most important, I want to tell you guys again, I appreciate all the love and support you guys have given me. I've grown a lot so far this year.
How is Madame Burden doing?
Madame Burden? It's doing okay. That's my clothing line where, we had the Christmas line. What I learned from that was I've sold 5 shirts what I've learned was, and I put a lot more money into advertising, but they're not cheap shirts either though. Right. I should promote it before Thanksgiving. Should promote it for Thanksgiving.
Like October.
Early November. It called Black. It did more of a, and this is good. That's a good question. It's a good learning point for me. Focus more, not selling. Focus more on brand awareness, and push that out for people to know who it was, and then start dropping the products and everything. You live and learn. It's a good question. That's a good question, and everything like that. That's me. I'm a lifelong learner, but I'm transparent. With everything. But it was I think going forward, there was a lot of stuff that I'm gonna take advantage of because now you know it.
The brand sells the product, right?
Mm-hmm.
The brand name like Coke.
There you go.
Those names that like Facebook. So the brand sells the product. You if the brand is good, everybody assumes that the brand is good because you're doing such advertising stuck in their head. Then they're gonna go ahead and buy it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also keeping in mind, you're not pushing yourself on. I give people, you're selling a product that can only be sold, that being Christmas items, a certain time of the year, and the later you offer it to them, the shorter time you get from purchase to delivery. So that's why I off earlier. You live and learn. You weren't thinking. Because I tried to do it last year, I just missed the ball having designs. Right. So now we're doing it and everything. That's a good point and everything. And see, questions like this, like that, what Lab just gave me, those marketing, implementation, and strategizing stuff, that's all we do on Mr. Short Dollar. We talk about that and stuff like that. So make sure you go to that YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar, subscribe to it. This information we gave you, just asking in terms of a clothing line. One of my clothing line, Madame Burden. If you Google Madame Burden, Madame Burden, Berden, we'll spell a little different, which is Miss Burden in French. I thought that myself. So what's up, Miss Miller, French teacher at West Fulton High, Parlez-vous français? That's the 8th and 9th grade French at West Fulton. Right. Madame Miller. But oh boy, and but just knowing that just how to roll out products and everything, just looking and everything from the designs, I learned a lot from that and everything. What's going on, Prout? My brother Noel Prout, one of my boys right there. My army buddies. But I learned a lot from that, man. I learned a lot. But what most importantly, just like say if you want to or have products for St. Patrick's Day, veterans or whatever, this, that, and that, just knowing how to roll out certain things, certain holidays and stuff like that. Cinco de Mayo, just having certain things with doing it. You couldn't do that from Madame Burden, but just knowing, and everything, how to roll it.
That's why you see Christmas stuff right after Halloween.
Oh, absolutely. I learned a lot from him. I learned a lot and everything. But there's people out here with these T-shirt companies, man. They're making $250,000 to $500,000, a year because they're implementing certain strategies that I know I need to be doing and everything we're doing and stuff. And that's a great part about life, man. We get to live and learn. And, it's a great part about America. To be honest with you, you truly can do what you want to do. If you really want to do something, you truly can. And the only person can hold you back is you. Now, I might have a head start. You may be, one hand behind your back, one leg tied, but you still have an opportunity to start. Even though yours is a little more difficult, you had an opportunity. And no one knows how they pay off. But at the end of the day, you still can start it, man. Because there's too many people out here making money, sitting in their drawers all day, just making millions. True. Making millions, man. Making millions. They're making millions. And a lot of this time there, when we talk about goal setting for next year, I was just looking at a documentary of Elon Musk and how him and his brother were renting somebody's garage space, and they would go down to the Y and bathe in the morning, and they were cold all day. They would go work all just coding on their computers all day, and then go to the Y and bathe, and then what do you make, PayPal first? Why keep thinking something for PayPal?
They had it was PayPal.
Yeah, PayPal, and then when eBay bought PayPal, and then it was something else for. I know it was SolarX and Tesla, but I keep thinking it was something else that they had bought. But even I think Tesla. Well,
yeah, SpaceX too.
SpaceX, Tesla, and those damn batteries. Those the solar the electric batteries and those solar panels. The solar panels.
Small ones, size of that big.
Exactly. Just sitting on your roof, and you just think about, man, them guys were in a damn garage coding all day, and using a wire to take a bath. Do you know what kind of dedication? And then all of a sudden, poof, they're billionaires.
That's what happened with Apple and Steve Jobs. You know, Woz was just building stuff, and that's all he did was code all day. You know, and Steve was the selling guy. He would sell stuff and talk to folks, but he never would. He only took a bath once a week. He's like, you don't think you need to take a bath more than once a week?
No, we ain't gonna go out that nasty shit. No.
But anyway, yeah.
I don't know how innovative you can be funky.
Yeah.
But you know, to the point we were just talking about while I was speaking with my son about folks being lazy. Like I said, the vast majority of people here, I really do think they want to work, make money, take care of themselves, and take care of their families. But the sacrifice, the struggle, the being uncomfortable, most people don't want to do that.
Yeah, the sacrifice starts, and then the excuses as to why it can't be done. You know, we talk ourselves out a lot of stuff. I talk myself into stuff, and I talk myself out of stuff. But it's always, we always figure out a way why it can't be done.
Absolutely.
Why it needs to be done.
Absolutely. And while I'm even thinking about it, when I even started talking about the point of sacrifice, I'm not talking about sacrifice that you got to do to make something that you have to do. I'm talking about making stuff sacrifice to make stuff that you want to do.
Right.
That's a whole different animal. Because, I mean, if you got to get your car at the impound to get to work and stuff like that, you got to sacrifice for that.
Right.
But if you want to sit here and try to, make sure that you got to get that fleet of trucks so you can, start this trucking company, that's what you want to do. And you have to sit here and do some uncomfortable stuff. And most people don't want to do that. Just to go through that and stuff. But again, guys, this is Change the Life, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. We just went over what you need to do to reach your goals in 2020. I hope this information was very beneficial to you. Be on the lookout for the course and everything that's coming up probably for the end of the first quarter of 2020. We got one more show, I think, before the end of the year. Again, thanks, everyone, for all the love and support you've given us. And I'll see you guys next week. Love you guys, and take care.